welcome to Karma's a Stitch. I'm Tanya, and this is a knitting and crochet YouTube channel where I talk about some of my projects that I'm working on. If you're new here, welcome. I do have a different format to my episodes. I think this is episode 74. It seems weird to be recording because I just recorded episode 73 last night and then again this morning. But I'll get into that. If you're returning, you guys, thank you for coming back. I love that folks want to share projects, and I love that you guys have decided to be a part of this community. So let's get into it. Decisions have been made. Last night, I rolled the dice and I chose the project off of my whip wall, and I opened up the project bag and it was a shawl. It was a shawl that as I started working on it, I realized I wasn't super in love with and crazy about working on. I did want to finish it though. So if you guys looked at it last night, I was right here. And I basically just finished up the purple dip stitches, started on the yellow, and I was kind of on the fence about, do I do each of the colors? Because I had each of the colors on here, and I was like, well, maybe I had so much yarn left that I was like, well, maybe I'll just do each of the colors a second time and then bind it off. And as I started to do that, as you can see, I started with the yellow again. I really just wasn't fully invested in putting more wool into this project, to be perfectly honest. So I got onto Zoom with some friends today, and as we were talking about it, I was like, but I have so much. Like, let's see. I haven't weighed it. Well, I did weigh it, but not since I bound it off. I have so much of each color left of this shawl that I want to put it in something else, is what I've decided. And so I decided to bind it off. And I did the I-card bind off, and I have decided after sitting with my friends on Zoom, I decided that I'm gonna put these colors into the Treasure Trove wrap by Stephen West. So this project originally it was a Stephen West project, but we're gonna put these colors into another Stephen West, and I am more apt to wear a wrap than I am a shawl. So what we're going to do is I am going to go soak this so that I can block it, and then we're gonna weigh my yarn and see what I have left, and then we're gonna roll the dice and see what else I get to work on today. Now, the colors I used, these were all Cascade Heritage colorways. I don't know that they don't have color names. They just have color numbers. So I can tell you the numbers that I used, but I don't know that I necessarily know which number went with which color. I have color 5772. I have 5636, 5774, 5775. So those are 4 of the 5 colors that I have here. I will see if in the editing, if I can, I'll put those numbers up, but I'll see if I can figure out which number went with which color and which one I'm missing. But those were the 5 colors I've got. This is how much wool I have left. Before I did the bind off, I had, I think, like 260 grams right here. So I have quite a bit. I'm going to cast on the Treasure Trove wrap, and I'm also going to be putting some Cascade Heritage black in the mix with these. So we'll see how that goes. I'm going to get this shawl in to soak, and then when I have it laid out, I will show you guys the whole thing in its entire, well, I'll have the center bit covered, but I will lay it out so that you guys can see it once I have it blocking. So let's go soak this and get it ready for blocking.
The afterglow of this daily war, I need so much more than just holy water. The wind is roaring my heavy song. It's been way too long since I almost caught her. Baby, let me lay here a while until the day moves over.
All right, so we're back at the whip wall. We did just finish that project. So I'm gonna grab one of these other ones that has 2 in it and move one of them up. Let's grab this one, put it up here. There we go. Now we don't have an empty spot. So we've got 1 through 6, 7 through 12, 13 through 18, and then if we roll 19 or 20, and then we'll go over here to our dice app. I don't have anything else open. We're going to go to 10, 1. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So let's see what's in this one. That one right there is a scrappy project that I have all the scraps into, so it's just hidden back there. So we're gonna take this one. Okay, so we've got this project bag, and inside of it I have a little notions pouch, so I can't even see what's in it because I've got a matching notions pouch, which feels empty. So, oh, there's some index cards where I have written individual rows down, which I do when I'm doing multiple repeats and I need to keep track. So we'll see what this is. Oh, it's my rad vent throw. I've got 2 squares for my rad vent throw. And I've got my notions pouch in here, which I actually have my DPNs as well as a crochet hook stuck in here because that's what I'm using to start. This will be a fun week. So I've got the pattern, and then the rest of this is just stock full of minis. So I've got a few squares to make. I have 2 done so far. So this will be fun. I'm gonna get started on this. These colors came from an advent that I got in 2022. So it'll be nice to get some more work done on this one. I'll give you guys an update tomorrow morning. For tonight, I have a few chores around the house I have to do. It's been really, really windy and kind of drizzly last night and then into today, super windy. So I haven't been able to get the baby chicks put outside, but it looks like the wind has slowed down. And so I am gonna move these chicks outside into their little enclosure while I do a little bit more painting on the coop that we had built for them. And maybe I'll get some pictures of that for you guys. We'll see how much I get done. And then I need to mow my yard. So we'll see how much I get done today so that I can get started on this. I'm excited. All right, you guys, we'll see you later. Bye. All right, ooh, look at that. Got a little bit of dye out of there. Let's drain this. And we're gonna go spin some of the water out of this shawl and lay it out so we can, I don't know that I'll pin it, but I will stretch it out a little bit. Okay, so I'll give you guys a little bit more of a tour during another video, but this right here is our little workshop shed. We've got a little garden here that's been started. We've got some lettuce growing in here. We've got some peas growing. Got some onions. Got some strawberries. So this is all just getting started probably a couple weeks ago. But the shed, this is where Anthony and I do, let's see if I can get it open with one hand. This is like our little workshop, our little dye studio, if you will. This is where we dye some yarn, and Anthony does a lot of his woodwork now at the new place. So this machine right here, this white panda, is what I came out here for, so that I can spin out some of this extra water from my shawl. I'll show you how it works. All right, so here it is. And you basically lift this up, and there's a piece of rubber in here, or silicone. You take that out, and you grab your item that you're gonna want the extra water out of. And just like in a wash machine, when you put it in here, you wanna make sure it's pretty evenly distributed in there. Okay, so you spread it out. And then you put the silicone on top of it. Close it. And it does get a little noisy, so I'm sorry for that. I'll see if I could put some nice relaxing noise to it. But I put this here because the spout is where the extra water comes out of. And then you just turn this handle here. So there is no more water coming out of there. So let's turn the machine off. And I will show you, I mean, this is just crazy. I mean, if you look at how much water is in there, trying to dry a garment with that much water still in it. So I'm gonna take the garment out. I'm gonna take the shawl out of here and go lay it out. Okay, so all honesty, it is now Friday afternoon. Thursday has come and gone. I have gotten almost two. Here's my second one. And I have 4 more rounds, and then I'll bind this off, but you can't really see because it's on the needles still. But yes, I have almost 2 more squares done by Friday afternoon, which doesn't seem like a lot. Look at that one. It almost looks like a swirl. Makes me think of a sandstorm. Anyway, these are each using about 15 grams of the minis, of a 20-gram mini. So I am going to keep going on these. I am absolutely enjoying it. Easy enough. My flashcards are super handy because it just has it written out really big line, 1 line per side of an index card. So it's been really easy to follow. However, yesterday, Thursday, I was on Zoom with our Zoom group, and there was an impromptu cast-on party that was going to take place today, Friday. So I'm always up for a good cast-on party. And so I did take part in that. However, I did not want to cast on a bunch of stuff. Like, I have projects here waiting to be cast on during my next cast-on party. But as we were all talking during Zoom yesterday, I had finished with my abandoned orphan shawl. I had all those neon colors left. And I was like, you guys, what could I put this into? And I don't remember who had the idea to do, it's another Stephen West. For me, Stephen West, never a bad idea to have neon. So I started looking at his, and there was a free pattern of his that he recently released that involved those dip 5 stitches, the dip stitches that are at the tail end of this shawl that I had just bound off. And so it's called try this again. It's called the Treasure Trove Wrap. And I love, sorry, alerts on my phone. I love a good wrap. I love long wraps, But because I had different amounts left of each color, and that treasure trove wrap called for more wool than what I had, I was like, well, I don't want to go buy more of this neon. I really do just want to use up the scraps. So I want you to realize I've got green or yellow and green and blue. I'm quickly gonna run out of space. And purple and pink. So I have these colors, and this is about how much I have left of each color. Okay, so it's a good amount, but not enough to do the treasure trove wrap. So what I decided I was gonna do is I was gonna do the treasure trove wrap, which is pretty much solely the dip stitches. And I'm gonna hold it with black. So I'm not holding them double and carrying black. It looks like I'm gonna have black all the way through, but I'm not holding them double. I'm just gonna hold black with the yellow, and I'll show you how far I got during the cast on thing today. I'm gonna do black and use up all the yellow, and then black with all the green, and then black with all the blue, then purple, then pink. And what I'm doing, I wanted to get enough done today so you guys could see what it's gonna look like. So I'll do this until I run out of the yellow, and then I'll do this with all the green. So I'm hoping that I'll use up all these scraps, obviously, but I'm also hopeful that it'll be long enough, because with these dip stitches, and it is a free pattern, the Treasure Trove wrap by Stephen West, it is a free pattern, where it was when I got it. And so there's basically 6 stitches that make this, and I'm only doing the dip stitch and the wrong side going back in the neon color. And then the 4 additional rows I'm doing in the black. So I'll have this black section here, and my next dip stitch will go into this black, which is what's giving me this. I think it looks really great. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. I am gonna put this on my whip wall. I'm not gonna keep working on it, because I am gonna work on my rad vent throw this week. But it does feel good to have these neon colors going into another Stephen West project, because I do really enjoy working on his projects. I'm getting Alex back tonight, and we have been getting the baby chicks outside every night, every day while it's sunny, because it is summer here for us now. And I took Cinder outside yesterday or the day before to see the chicks. She's heard them in the living room, and she's been able to check out their confinement in the living room. But Cinder has a pretty high prey drive, and so I really want her to be okay and comfortable with them in the backyard. They will be behind a fence, but that won't stop Cinder from pacing that. And so I really want to get her comfortable and used to them being out there. And I did get it on video, because she really is amazing. So I'll share that with you guys as well. But yeah, that's pretty much what my next week is gonna look like. Knitting a rad vent throw, and getting these chicks outside. They get to go outside and sleep in their new coop, I believe, next weekend. So we'll see. But until then, you guys, I hope everybody's doing really well, and I will see you next week. Bye.
Got some chickens in your yard, Cinder? What do you think of those guys? What are they doing in your yard?